Yeah, man, I know what to do. Sean, I know what to do to get fit. I know what to do to grow my business. Yeah, I know what to do, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the work consistently to get the results. The funniest thing is when people who don't have results try to argue and question people with results and tell them what's what. If you're one of those people who lack results, you don't have the physique you want, you don't have the finances you want, you don't have the relationships you want, you don't have the life that you actually want to live, the best thing you could do is stop listening to yourself, literally shut up, find somebody who has the results you want, trust and believe in what they tell you, and actually do the work. Okay? Most of you who lack results know what to do. You could Google it, you could look on YouTube, and there's a million people on social media, like myself, sharing a similar message, yet you fail to recognize the message, you ignore it, and you continue to let your own beliefs, your own self-talk, and your own lack of consistency in your life keep you stuck. Okay, so what you have to do is stop listening to yourself. You have to recognize to this point, what you've done is you've conditioned a way of thinking and a way of living that will never get you the results that you want. You're gonna literally have to shed the layers of those beliefs, those, values, those ways of doing things, like everything about you're gonna have to shed that layer and recreate yourself. You're literally gonna have to kill off that old version of yourself. The guy who thinks it's okay to miss the gym and sleep in. The guy who cheats on his diet. The guy who just scrolls on his phone. The guy who's not present with his wife and kids. The guy who's not really focused in his business. Like, that guy will never get you the results you want. Because I know what you guys want. You want to be physically in great shape. You want to take your shirt off and be proud of your physique. You want to have discipline in your nutrition and not feel like you don't have control over what you put in your mouth. You want to have impulse control and self-restraint in other areas. All you guys who are looking at porn, spending all this time on your phone, whatever you're doing, wasting time, watching too much TV, I know that you don't want to be that way. I know that you want to be a laser-focused individual who's crushing it in life, who has amazing results. Because inside of all of us, there's two versions of ourselves. You're going to have that smaller-minded version, that person who says sleep in, that voice inside your head that's casting doubt on your ability, that person inside of you that listens to fear, that sides with fear through action or inaction, right? We all have that version of ourselves. That's the person that you settle as. That's the devil's voice in your mind calling to keep you stuck, putting this doubt, putting this fear into you so you hold back and you don't do something great and special with your life. Because the more people that are taking action to live out their purpose, the stronger this world becomes and the stronger that positive energy becomes. If you haven't read Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil, read his book. It's going to perfectly depict what I'm sharing with you, right? We all have that smaller minded voice, that smaller self. Then we have our higher self, our higher calling, God's voice, our conscience, that voice inside you that's always telling you to do the right thing, right? Get up early, work out more, be a better person, treat your kids better, spend more time with your wife, leave that job that you hate, your boss is an asshole, you know what to do, start your own business, take that leap of faith, burn the ships, that voice inside of you is going to lead you to the most amazing life you could ever imagine. But there's a lot of unknown on that journey. There's no guarantee. So there's a lot of fear and apprehension because our biggest fear as human beings is fear of the unknown. We want to know exactly what's coming. We want to have a safe, predictable environment because our brain is designed to keep us safe and for survival. But right now, in this modern time, in 2024, you're safe as fuck, okay? You're so safe and comfy that it's killing you. You need to get uncomfortable and venture out into the unknown. That's where your dreams are created. That's where goals are achieved. That's where visions are manifested. The only way that you can do that is by trusting and believing in that voice, that calling inside here and here that is trying with everything it has to push you down the right path. Every day you're going to have this internal battle. Every day it's going to be this negative energy, this doubt, this fear versus that higher calling, that person that you desperately want to be. I faced that battle, and for many years I lost, and I sided with my small-minded individual self, my small self. And I made the decision when I was in prison that I was going to go all in to find out where this path went. Because that path led to destruction, misery, and a living hell. And I didn't want to exist in that plane up here and here any longer. So I strive to travel this path, and I started making the right decisions and taking the actions every day. Even when there was no guarantee I was going to have success. There was nobody there to say, Sean, just keep going. It's going to work out really good for you one day. Like, I had to trust and believe in that intuition, that feeling inside of me. And so a lot of you guys, man, you don't realize, but you're living as this person. And you've conditioned yourself to think small, right? To hold back, to believe in excuses. You have limiting beliefs. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe it's possible. You don't believe you could do it. You know, you're worried about being judged by other people. Like, all this stuff that keeps you stuck as this person. Meanwhile, your heart is calling you to be this individual. This individual thinks differently. He operates differently. You know, he speaks differently. His actions and habits are different. People perceive him as a different individual. His energy is different. Like, this guy is completely different than this individual. So what you have to recognize, in order to transcend from here to here, number one, you have to make a commitment. You have to trust and believe in that feeling inside of you. Those answers, that path, like all the stuff that you know you need to do. You need to do it every fucking day though. And then you need to get around people who are achieving at the highest level in the area that you want to excel. And you have to listen to them. You have to trust them. You have to believe in what they're telling you. Because you're not going to even believe in yourself when you're stuck as this individual. You can't see it sometimes. You don't believe it because you've been living this way for so long. So those of you who always say, man, Sean, I know what to do. I'm just not doing it. You're full of shit, okay? You think you do, but you don't, right? You've been manipulated and conditioned to say stupid stuff like that keeps you stuck, right? You're scared. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe it's possible. Otherwise, you would take massive action, okay? So stop listening to your own thoughts. Just stop. Stop listening to your own thoughts and look at your results and be objective. And ask yourself, is this the best version of myself? Take your shirt off and look in the mirror. Look in your bank account. Really think about how you treat your wife and kids, like your energy, your demeanor. Are you irritable? Do you lack patience? Are you a jerk? Are you not fun to be around? Like, seriously, you guys, you have one life, okay? Leave the ego at the door, right? Check yourself. This isn't about being prideful and about, being embarrassed to admit that you're not where you want to be. It's about creating the best life possible. The way you do that is you have to be completely honest with yourself. If you're not where you want to be in life, nothing is going to change for you until you admit it to yourself and you take ownership. You've created this life. You've created these outcomes. You've created that body. You've created your financial position. You've created your relationships. You've done it all. Your choices, your actions. Nobody else. The moment you accept that, then you are empowered to make a change. You have to be honest with yourself. Then you have to commit to this new course, this new path. You have to have courage and faith, and you have to go all in, massive action, forever until the day you die. That's how you create a successful life. But it's not going to be the same thoughts. It's not going to be justifying inaction. It's not going to be this small-minded individual suddenly figuring out how to be this guy. Okay, that guy has to die forever. You got to fucking bury him. You got to just leave that person in the grave, and you got to move forward in your life. Otherwise, you're going to live like this person your entire life. You're going to waste your life playing small, living below your potential, and you're going to die with regrets. And most of you living that way exist in a living hell. I know because I was there. I know what it's like to wake up every day unfulfilled, lacking purpose, lacking direction, lacking excitement about my life. I didn't love my life. So I checked out with drugs and alcohol and I made excuses. A lot of you guys are doing the same, and I'm here to tell you, nothing is going to change for you. Nobody's coming to save you. You have to do it for yourself. I just gave you the blueprint. I want to see you thrive. I want to see you being the best man for your family and making a positive impact on this world. Let's go.